What's up, Steven?
Yeah. Had $1,000,000, but
I'd spend it all. We're not supposed to really play music, so I'm not going to keep it on.
But it's always a good day when you start it with Sublime.
yeah.
I just play a little clip to make it more fun.
Let's get these rules.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It seems like they have a lot of copyrighted music playing on YouTube and lots of videos, so I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
Perhaps I'm wrong. I'll just have to make my own songs. So welcome. It is June 12th of 2014. Welcome to the Present Testaments channeling sessions for the soul. Today, I will be your host, Nicholas Rancho. Nicholas James. You didn't hear my last name. You didn't hear a last name. These are not the droids you're looking for. Anyway. So, I guess people would call me a psychic. I suppose you could call me a Reiki master. And I only call myself a master of one thing, and that's feng shui. So I can channel, and I do channel often on YouTube. It's, at the moment, my highest excitement. I accept donations. I need to get a donate button or something. I don't really know how that works. But anyway, my email address and my PayPal are nick.james333@gmail.com. Contact me for private sessions, $55 an hour. And other things can be worked out too. That's not set in stone. That's just the regular price now. And the more donations I get, and the more private sessions I get, the more of these videos I can get, and the more information I can share with the world that is of a high vibration, whether you take it literally or not. And we have today Stephen of the Wolf Pack, Hyan of Order of the White Dragon, and M'Paku, the leader of the Wolf Pack. Hey, we have the Wolf Pack leader and his first lieutenant in the same room for once.
It's actually both.
Awesome.
Both leaders and lieutenants.
Oh yes, and Hyan is my first lieutenant of the Order of the White Dragon. Interesting. I wonder who's going to be coming through today then. Just give me a moment. I need a short break and I will be right back. You guys just talk about, if you want, talk about Era 1. If not, just talk about anything that we always talk about. And Caroline is here. Welcome, Caroline. We welcome you to the live streaming YouTube channel, The Present Testaments, channeling June 12th, 2014. Alright, I am going to be back in a minute. A minute. Hyan. Hyan? Hyan ang todo sekirata. Daniel.
Yo.
While I take a minute, can you be the host and ask questions or guide a conversation?
Yeah, I'll do my best. Nice one.
Thank you.
Cool. Right. So this is the Present Testaments, which isn't necessarily associated with the human colonies, although, as Nick has said before, through meetings with Kenjin, the King of Error, that there are another group of colonies created by the Errans as more of a shadow colony kind of replication of the Gurkfitnir colonies, which are based more around getting ourselves psychologically, physically, emotionally, mentally, kind of just getting ourselves into a better state of being instead of being worried about all these silly little fears that keep popping up that are being misread as dangers, and we're pushing them away, we're hiding them deep inside ourselves, and we're gradually overcoming these fears and overcoming the sense that we know nothing, when in actuality we are a direct connection to all that is, and we know everything that is without even needing to ask a single question to outside. But in a sense, the reflections of everything that are going on are reflections of what is happening inside ourselves as well. So we can then use these outside reflections to learn about what is happening inside ourselves, what is happening inside the galaxy, all around the universe, and even on a microbiological level on our planet, which is pretty awesome. First of all, I'd like to say welcome to Liney as well, who's just joined us. If anyone has any questions relating to colonies or error or anything really, by all means speak up and I'll try my best to answer while Nick is having a little break.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
So, what you been dreaming lately?
For me, it's been a little bit quiet. I've had mainly they could be considered semi-physical communications. I've been in contact with a Lyran friend who has told me about another or many groups of colonies that are dotted all about our galaxy and all about our universe, but we're only finding out about them at certain times as different entities show themselves to us, as different contracts are remembered, and people start to
Post something about that on the website.
what was that, dude?
Did you post something about that on the website?
Yeah, I posted a little brief one. As I'm,
Yeah, I think I read something.
As I'm continuing the conversation with Atakir, I'm going to keep updating it and letting people know about what's going on from what I've been told. I'm trying to keep it so it's as people friendly as possible, because I don't want to jump in and start scaring people with things. I've not been told anything that's necessarily could even be considered negative so far. Everything that I've been told has been really helpful, quite enlightening, and has also helped me on my personal development against tackling the fear of meeting an extraterrestrial being. Yeah, sorry, go ahead. Oh yes, welcome.
Welcome.
Can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly.
Hi.
Hi.
How's everybody doing?
Good, you?
I feel like someone cut me in half.
Uh-oh. But put yourself back together.
I feel like they tried to sew me back together, but it was with a dirty needle, and they didn't use any antiseptic.
Oh. Ouch.
And I remember Nick was talking about we're doing some type of games or something. And I don't know if I'm participating in that, but I don't know, maybe somebody hit me in the midsection or something. It hurts.
When it comes to the games, they're kind of like they're almost like playing a big energetic game of dodgeball. with kind of balls of light that stun you. From my experience of it, the balls, if they hit you, they stun you and you become kind of not harmed, but kind of like a state of paralysis almost till the end of the game.
Oh, okay.
But there are many different things that happen on the colonies. I've been to, I think, 3 sections so far. My first visit there started in this kind of, it was like a ship docking bay that I was greeted by 4 beings. 2 looked very human. 1 was a very tall, kind of human-looking, resembled a Pleiadian type being. Not 100% sure of the specifics of the beings. And there was this little, I don't want to sound rude to him, but he kind of looked like a goblin king.
Mm-hmm.
He was quite a funny character. Started to freak me out a little bit because I'd never seen anything like it with my eyes before, so I kind of got a little bit shocked. Then we went to it was like an arena that we kind of, it changes form, it can become whatever the ship, well, the colony itself is alive, so the building itself will change form and become what the ship itself deems appropriate for the situation and the people that are in there at the time. I do know that sometimes after a first couple of goes in there, it does take a lot out of you, and you feel like you almost have woken up without actually being asleep, so you haven't had any energy been brought back or so on. So it may be something to do with that.
Mm. I wish I knew if I'd been there or not. I'm assuming I have. I don't know.
You
Yes.
can go all over. There's sometimes when we go there, we don't do enough to. We don't pick up on enough of the memories to remember it in our conscious state.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes other aspects of lives that we're trying to work at the same time in our dream state are they're more beneficial to our current process that we're going through than the colonies.
Mm-hmm.
So as you learn more about things that are happening in your personal experience, because everyone's dream state will be kind of different. It will be based to your perception of how everything is currently going, and then as you start to unlock more of these memories, you'll start to notice that there are synchronicities between each of the dream states.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it came to me, was that I started noticing that I was doing things in my waking state that I was also doing in other dream states, and then I linked up that I was actually a different person but controlling it using a similar kind of consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
Which then led me down to a big long road about how we are quite possibly all the same being. And now I'm here.
Also, 2 days ago, I thought about that I had wings, and then I thought I was an ant. And I've always wanted to fly. I mean, when I was little, I thought I had wings. I started jumping off buildings until I really hurt myself. And then sometimes, especially in the last 3 or 4 days, I've just been feeling like I have so much power. And I don't, I just feel really powerful. Like I could just explode out my chest. What is that?
I would say that you're becoming aware of your true potential. You're starting to accept once again, like when you say you were a kid and you were jumping off buildings, with the belief that you were able to fly. I also had that same belief. I would spend a lot of time up on top of buildings, in trees, climbing whatever I could. And for some reason, the adult state of mind deems it unacceptable. But as we have started to remember that we are just big kids in grown-up bodies, we start to remember that we had these really, really profound experiences as a child, and we started to, almost as if our hearts kind of going, yeah, remember this, remember how you felt, remember how good it was. So it could be you learning to accept that you are more powerful than you have been led to believe throughout your teen years, your adult life, throughout your childhood. We tend to be repressed a little bit as children, and now we've grown up in a mindset going, no, I want to be my own person. Let me be as powerful as I truly am. So congratulations on your experiences.
Yeah, I'm loving it. I like it. I
That's
just
brilliant.
want to be able to direct it, where it needs to be directed. So,
Welcome back, Nick.
hi, Nick.
He's not here.
Uh-oh.
Okay, welcome to you.
Well,
Hello.
I am Draycone.
the Drake.
Hi, Draycone.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How are you this morning?
Fine. How are you?
Rejuvenated.
Hello, Draycone. I haven't had the opportunity to speak with you yet. Are you of the Draeynadians?
Yes.
Okay, brilliant. It's nice to make your acquaintance.
It is
Welcome back once again.
for me as well.
The last time you came through, you were visiting New Guinea. How was your time there?
I'm still there.
Oh, brilliant.
There is a fluctuation in the Earth's field today. We must travel to it and assist in balancing. This is at the place that people call Yellowstone Park.
Yes, it seems that quite a few extraterrestrial friends, and even some of the friends who live on this Earth, they seem to keep coming back to Yellowstone Park. Is there any information that you could perhaps tell us as the humanity in a way that we could perhaps assist in helping Yellowstone Park reach a more stable state?
Most stable you can bring it is moving away from it first. You must let it go back. It is inevitable that it will erupt. Inevitable. Inevitability is part of collective excitement.
Do they have an idea when it might happen?
We are attempting to postpone it for another 6 months. Every time we patch it or shift its vibration, we are only creating borrowed time for those who do not understand they must move themselves. There's only so much you can do from our side of my there's very little we can do to directly speak to the people of that area. It would be against protocols. That is your job. We are the sky team, you are the ground team.
So in some ways you're saying that we have to allow for the natural order of things as volcanoes are. We know that they are a very powerful entity within themselves, and that sometimes they do need to just let off the steam, as it were. And how in your current position would be best to let people and all of the beings that are living around Yellowstone Park, how could we best communicate with them to let them know about this?
There that you may not be consciously referring to are the animals, and they mostly have gotten the message.
Yes, I understand that.
The only animals that are not letting their feelings guide them are the humans.
Yes.
It is true that the fur on animals connects them, gives them more nerve endings into the natural electromagnetic field of your Gaia. But you have hair as well, and even if you don't, you have skin to sense these things. You will sense the pressure difference, you will sense the static in the air, you will sense the pressure from underneath. People of this area most likely are experiencing, who do not intend to leave, are experiencing more physical illnesses.
Yes, it's always been a big intrigue to me about how you can see before a natural disaster, all of the rats will populate and run from the area that is about to be struck by this disaster. And somehow the animals are always the first ones to know, and the humans, for some reason, have
They
allowed
get
this.
the information from you. That's what is ironic about it. All disturbance, all weather comes from conscious earth thought and unconscious. Earthling, human thought. In the way that you understand yourselves as Homo sapiens, we look at you as the keepers of keys. It's very important that you keep your key with you at all times.
Yes.
Key lies within your heart. Unlock the green door and walk in. I know that one was speaking of having wings. I could perhaps shed some light on that subject.
Yes, please.
Do you have or are consciously aware of infusion of DNA or bloodlines of your Earth lineages that may be of some assistance in calculating what these feelings represent?
I was told that I had 3% Yael, but I'm not sure if that's correct.
You're not sure, or you don't want it to be?
No, no, I'm just not sure. I want to know everything. I want to know what
I'm not sure of.
what if the information I was given was correct.
Is that your highest excitement?
Yes, it is. It's my
That's
highest excitement.
correct.
Hmm?
Then it is correct.
Okay. Do I
If you
have...
deny yourself of your excitement, that is a sin.
Mhm.
Do
Do
not
I have...
say, I am not sure. Say, I am.
I would like to know what else I might have, if anything.
You're sensing wings. You have strong connections to, I would not say Draconians of your planet. Perhaps they are not Draconian, but a reptilian race.
Hmm.
Anciently known as the Petrosarian.
Can you tell me more about them?
They have wings in a sense that their arms are very long and they have skin, leathery skin that attaches from their wrists to their ankles. Similar to how butterflies fly.
Can you tell me anything about the feeling of pain I'm feeling in my midsection?
Is it your solar plexus or your sacral?
I think it's both.
Yes. You are learning to connect your happiness with your sexual drive, balancing it out, and reintegrating. Oftentimes humans get caught in their solar plexus because they say, I am not sure, I am not sure, I am not sure. That is poison for your solar plexus, where your willpower, your destiny of your higher self resides.
Mm-hmm.
In your storehouse of potential energy, your yellow chakra.
Mm-hmm.
It is important to connect all of them as one. Understand that none are more important than the other, perhaps other than the heart chakra. When a sun dies, all that's left is a pulsar, a green beacon that sends pulses. When your scientists first discovered these, they believed them to be consciousness. They do not believe that to be true anymore, although it is closer to the truth than what they believe now.
What if you know what your higher excitement is? And I mean, you have the plan for it and everything, but there's a financial issue. How can you step out on that
Your
leap of...
excitement can never be blocked from you. If you perceiving a block, all you are perceiving is that is not your highest excitement at this moment.
Mhm.
Then you move on to the one that contains the next highest level of excitement that you can take action on.
How can you do that if you work at a job that takes up a lot of your time? How do you get around that?
Does the job excite you to the highest?
No.
Quit. simple from our perspective, but for you humans, you really think that this world you live on is most of you don't realize that you've forgotten that this was the greatest computer game you all ever invented. Getting caught up in the parts that were never meant to be what they are today. The 9 to 5 grind, as you call it on your planet.
Mm-hmm.
Life is not a grind, and when you grind it, you are grinding it to a halt. That is the only kind of grind there is. Excitement comes in the path of least resistance. Usually. Humans tend to make that more complicated as well. Are there any more questions?
Yes, I have a question relating to, actually, if Caroline wants to speak first, then by all means, Caroline.
Okay, I just wondered actually if anyone has asked this question yet. Are you anything to do with the colonies? Do you have any participation in what they do or anything?
I have been to Era 1, and my crew has been with me. I see Era 1 colonies are doing much for those who attend. There are currently 313 members of your society attending the games. The moments you will remember what you are actually doing there consciously are the moments where this will catalyst, and you will consciously be able to travel there, wakingly. And the more the stream is shared with your collective, the more powerful and more rapidly things will change and shift. Remember, it is always up to the ground team. After all, first contact takes place on the ground. Sky Team has been making contact since forever. It's time for the ground team to contact us.
I got a question.
Yes.
Have y'all visited me in my dreams? I've got a lot of vivid dreams of meeting extraterrestrials.
You perhaps could have seen us. I didn't come and shake your hand, if that's what you're asking.
Cool. Do you know if I have any hybrid children?
I do not know that, no. I believe you have submitted DNA, but have not. It has not even been embryized.
Okay.
I believe. I could be wrong. I am, after all, not a representative of any colony.
Alright, thank you.
Yes.
Draycone, I have a question relating to one of the processes that it seems we as the humanity are currently going through, especially one of the biggest assessments I've made on the human colonies group itself is that we tend to be asking questions to say yourself or other beings who have been brought through the help of the kind people who are channeling. But we seem to be asking the same kinds of questions, the same kind of answers keep coming up. And a load of these questions seem to be related to
Bad thing that you're getting consistency.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
You said the same questions come up and the same answers too. I ask you, is this a bad thing, consistency?
No, not at all. I mean, in the sense of we seem to be asking outside of ourselves for questions that could easily be found within questioning ourselves. How do you perceive the learning game that we are currently on? How would you perceive it as a main path to take? Should we seek more inside, or should we continue asking a similar level of questions to ourselves and to beings like yourself?
Though it can be frustrating for us to answer the same questions over and over, it can be very helpful for you to learn other answers and different perspectives. Forgive me. The accent is coming through and I don't know why.
Yes, it seems that you've taken a quick trip to Ireland.
Nasty. Are there any more questions?
I'm just wondering if I've had any extra DNA added recently, infused, or I asked for Liren a little while ago.
Yes, I see a Tigrean. What's your question? Did you understand what I said?
No, sorry.
I said you got some Tigrean, I see.
Oh, right. Oh, really?
Not a coincidence that your picture is synchronicity connected to the infused DNA infusion.
Oh, interesting. I used to think about those sort of animals a lot when I was younger.
Yes, part of the infusion happens and then you start being attracted to animal spirits that you've been attracted to since you're a child, I see. These are your power animals. Don't worry, this is still Draycone. This conduit is seeming to be connecting with some sort of Celtic vibrations.
That's awesome.
Brilliant.
Comes mostly from Saiba himself, but we're talking about the iron colonies and they exist over Ireland currently. Perhaps this is the amplified channeling, the satellite that we use. I see how it works now. Yes, this is why we're able to communicate so clearly. Era 1 acts as an amplifier for all channelings on the planet.
Sweet.
Oh, makes sense.
This is part of the reason why so many channelers started channeling right after they arrived. And your group especially. You know that you're the greatest channeling hub in all the world. It's quite an accomplishment of accidents, miraculous manifestation. These are great signs from the Grand Team.
We thank you.
Thank you.
Drawing.
Thank you.
So if we inform the people at Yellowstone that they need to get out of there because it's going to erupt in 6 months, aside from going there and literally pulling them out of their house.
Any of you, as you see, you keep asking the same questions over and over as you just stated. The idea is to...
Kind of worried about them.
And worrying is only going to feed the fire.
Okay.
The fire of fear. You must send them love and post things on what you call your internet. If you know anybody there, you can let them know. Don't be so crazy or hasty. We can postpone it as long as we need to, as long as there's movement. If there's no movement, it can be as another Pompeii, you see. The Pompeians were notified, but they were so caught up in their elections and their festivities that they ignored the signs. They're all on vacation, you see. That's how Yellowstone started. It was a vacation site, and now it's a community. Too big to sustain a life on that part. In some senses, your human communities can be infectious to the planet. And you already know this very well. I do not need to explain deeper how. This conduit needs a few moments. Please forgive us. We shall return.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sweet. I like that Irish accent. It's awesome, man. I do. I like how they talk.
I do too.
That makes sense, though. That he talked about Era 1, about amplifying the signal and the connection. That makes complete sense. What's up, Brian?
Yeah, hey Steven, how you doing, bro?
Doing awesome, man. I was watching that language, Joe, man. You're doing awesome, bro. You're getting better and better. Practice makes it perfect.
Thank you. I need that feedback because that keeps me going.
Yeah.
I love it. I like this being that was talking here with you guys. He's right on. It's like the more we put out, you know, if it comes from our heart, the more we put out is what we get back, and it's right. It's perspective.
Exactly.
I think I don't know. I've met you guys. Is it Jody?
Yes. Hi, Brian.
Hey, Jody. Nice to meet you.
Meet you too.
I got my son here. He wants to say hi to y'all. This is Owen.
Hi, Owen.
Say hi, Owen.
What's up, Owen?
Say hi. He looks up just to see his head on the camera, and then he gets down. Looks like a little gerbil or something popping up. Say hi. Say hi.
How old is he? Like 2 years old?
You can tell him how old you are?
5.
Oh, 5. Okay, I only see the top of the head. Okay. Sorry, I went to 5.
He's playing his Minecraft right now. He loves his Minecraft. He's brilliant at it. I don't know. Have you guys heard of Minecraft on Xbox or on the video game Minecraft?
Yeah, I've played it a little bit.
Yeah, man, he can build almost anything. It's just amazing what he can do. Creating all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I always jumped straight in. I was like, I'm going to build a dungeon, I'm going to build a castle, just go on a mad one. I've tried, me and my friend we tried building a really big pyramid before.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. That'd be cool, yeah.
So long trying to get the outsides to line up, trying to get the base to be flat, and it's difficult, but I can understand how younger kids are able to just get straight in and go, "There's my imagination. Let's build it in blocks."
Yeah.
It was a really good idea that somebody came out with it, because it's a brilliant tool for kids to help kind of develop a creative means to do things instead of just going outside going, I can grab a brick, get another brick, put it together. It's the same kind of concept.
Yes,
So,
it's building that
when they-
cooperative, like that creative, being creative and building things is really cool. Architecture
Yeah.
is really
Yeah,
cool.
and the way that you can join up with other people around the world as well and create
Yeah.
your own world in a
Yeah.
like a cooperative scenario. It's brilliant getting the kids to play with each other, even when they're so far away.
Yeah, I think the creators of this game are amazing because it's just for kids it's a lot. I find it more attractive than just going around shooting every time. You know what I mean? Like certain games, just going around killing. This is for them. It's more educational and they're learning. So
In lava.
lava.
Oh yeah, can't forget lava. Lava's brilliant. I've also noticed that a few schools have started to they've started to introduce Minecraft and certain games like that into the schools as well, so that they're able to team up during lunch breaks and start creating, and they're using it for like design technology classes as well.
That's I think for architectural or just building and stuff and design, I think it's awesome because kids, they're learning earlier and earlier, and to keep up with the rest of the world, I think that these games that you know they give you they give you the tools to create. I think it's really cool for kids. Definitely. Hey Nick.
What's
Hey
that?
brother.
Hey Nick, can you tell me what team am I on? Or am I on a team?
Yeah, what animal do you see that you resonate with the most out of anything? Just what comes to your mind?
A bird?
More specific.
Eagle?
Okay, you're the golden griffins.
Oh. Ah.
How are they winning at all?
Everybody wins. If you mean have you come in first place yet any night, no. Your
Brian, the leader.
leader is Brian. And actually my mom and my youngest sister are on that team as well. Alright, I'm gonna go back.
Enjoy your journey.
Hello again.
Hello.
Greetings, dear one. This is Brian. How are you, my friend?
Hello, Brian. How are you?
Doing pretty well.
You have a question, Brian.
Yeah. I do. I'm not sure to ask it though. It brings up a lot, but maybe you can assist me with this.
Perhaps.
What is the civilization? What is your civilization? Do you have any connections with the Lucifer Rebellion?
Lucifer Rebellion. What is this?
Or what we call
Ryan, are you on about the separation into duality?
yes.
I've heard it been called many times, and the Lucifer experiment or something rang a bell. Yeah.
From other races long, long ago in the ancient past.
The Lucifer experiment was developed by your people
Okay.
on this planet. Every planet that chooses to experiment with that mentality usually destroys itself. You decided to split one would go that experiment. The other would do it at a different degree, but the ones that were not able to complete it due to the nature of that dichotomy, that split, they had just traveled into here to assist you, and then you became one once again. This began with the abduction phase, followed by the birth of the first hybrid children in centuries, followed now by the hybridization infusion phase, and third phase is first contact to open contact.
Ah, so it's just a cycle that we go through from planet to planet, different worlds.
This was a lot of information at one breath.
Yeah.
A lot of crystallized timelines. That I exist in currently, and as well as you.
Yes.
You are within your crystalline matrix blueprint pathways currently. All of you who are listening to this. You are at the leading edge of collective consciousness of your entire race. Congratulations.
Thank you, dear one.
Thank you.
I'll pass the mic.
Thank you.
That's good to know. We're on the leading edge. That makes me feel good.
Doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Very happy.
But here's the thing, there's great responsibility with that also. As
That's
a race. Yes.
Kind of
So
like
are humans really ready to empower themselves, for freedom, true freedom? Are they really to take command and not be leaders? That's the thing.
In order to take a bite of the apple of good and evil, you must first know in your heart that you are pure and nothing can take your purity from you.
Mhm.
And then nothing can make you perish.
In a sense, it's kind of like we're superheroes in a way.
Defenders of the universe.
He-Man, She-Ra. I love those cartoons when I was younger.
Thundercats.
Man.
Thundercats. Yes, Thundercats.
Love Thundercats, man. And
Thundercats. Ho! That's cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thundercats.
Yes.
It was a
Talking about
animation, a cartoon on this planet from the 80s,
family.
1980s of our timeline.
The Thundercats were originally Zeus and his family.
Oh wow,
Oh.
that's cool.
Hmm.
Was the Zeus story on the Greek mythology? Did that a modern day what we call the location of the modern day Cyprus, a little island in the Mediterranean? Is that where on the mountain tops? Was that where Olympus was on Earth?
It seems we may have lost connection.
Bros.
Yeah.
Are you there, dear one? Oh, you guys are still there. Okay.
Hey, just to throw this out there right now. Hey, man, I got a recommendation for all light workers or anybody who will greatly improve the importance of your single life that you live now. There's a movie called out that just came out. It's called Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise, and I watched that yesterday. And that movie is, especially at least for me, it really touches you about the importance of the life we are living now, of we are at the threshold, at the transition, the transformational point to where all this joy and this bliss, and we have earned this. We have been through lots of experiences of the dark and the good, and just kept growing our soul. And now we're here at the threshold. We're here to change this world to a peaceful and a clean and a free, and with advanced technology, and becoming a galactic nation. I mean, it's awesome, man.
Yeah, you're right on, man. Definitely. Yeah, that's my thing. Is a lot of the religions of the world, if we can just find, it's not one over another. They all have perspectives. They all serve a purpose. And we are influenced by many of our families, our generations, through religion. And so, you know, who are we? Where did we come from? And religion served a purpose for its time, but now it starts to allow people to believe what they want to believe, and not to push against them, and love them for who they are, and just hold that for them, that love. See the God in them. That's the biggest thing. See God. God is all that is in them. And then we can accept more. We can, you know what I mean? It's a lot easier to accept our neighbors, people around us.
I have had many thoughts about this. When I was born into this form, I've always had a really strong kind of want to explore into different religions, different groups of people, different societal arrangements, as it were. And as I started to notice certain things, I noticed that the word religion actually stems from linking up. So it was a making connection between the natural and the spiritual and the metaphysical and everything together. And now that we're at a process of either disbanding religion so that we don't continue linking up, or we can continue on the path and go, these religions have similarities to this other religion. This similarity is there. And then linking up all of these religions into a bigger religious link-up. And then whether or not you are religious following, whether or not you believe in a God element, it doesn't really make as much difference, as the underlying message is still there within each of these ancient scriptures. They're the same kinds of stories based around a similar kind of people, just based in different areas of the world. And now we're at a point where all of these people can choose to speak to each other if they wish. We've got the internet, which is an amazing tool for this, and has allowed an incredible surge of consciousness through everyone, so that we can find out what is going on all around the world at any moment of time.
That's right.
And now we're just...
It helps break down the barriers, too.
Yeah. It's just tearing off that front page, going, this is the Bible, this is the Quran, this is the... whatever.
Exactly.
They're all a story to help people become linked up to the bigger story, which is
the galactic story.
Yeah, we are
much more than just the planet. That's the thing. It's like the religions, most of them only talk about this planet, but they need to expand now to the galactic.
Yes, definitely.
To be more accepting. Yes.
Yeah, it's my belief that the scriptures used to suggest claims of other planets or other life bodies.
In a way, yeah.
But
I think it did.
there were too much symbology to be able to create a human message. And now we're at a point where the human message is started to get lost by the amount of complexity within it. And now we've just got to pick the parts that resonate with us between every single thing we do. What brings us our most excitement? And if it's going out and meeting people of another faith and going, you are cool. Like I've never met you before, but you are sound with me. Be it that way. If it's going out and jumping on a bouncy castle, go jump on a bouncy castle. Do what makes you happy, and allow other people to the opportunity to make to do what makes them happy as well. And by us becoming our most excitement, we're also going to